That was the final battle, right? So we stopped the virus from getting into the Firewing. Hi there. Well, she seems like a decent dragon. What is this? Advanced mech kit. Why is that locked? Alright, Audron. The burly orc's face, raw and slick with scar tissue, is contorted in a grimace of pain. You've seen this kind of wound before. He doesn't have long. Idiots. 40 years. 40 years and we finally had a chance to make a difference and you blew it. You're the one who's bleeding out on the floor. Looks to me like you blew it. Why don't you shut up and die already? What was the point of any of this, Audron? Why kill Vauclair? Take a sidearm. Audron's eyes go wide as you reach for his weapon. He tries to bat your hand away, but a wave of coughing sends him to a fit. A bloody mist fills the air. You level the weapon, and he thrashes in panic. Tell me what the point of this was, Audron. Convince me any of this was worth it. He smirks through the pain, then coughs up a great wad of bloody phlegm. You're looking for my secret motivation? Like maybe I was burned by a dragon as a kid and now I want them all dead? I'm gonna have to disappoint you. Wait, aren't you? Aren't you burned by a dragon as a kid? He coughs again, writhing in agony on the floor. Then his eyes focus again and he speaks. Vauclair was right, the worms, taking over the world. But they're just the latest in a long line to fuck us over. Corporations, politicians, dragons, all a big joke with the rest of us, the punchline. Good, you understand. You understand. I'm glad you understand. And if you kill the dragons, we just go back to the corporations and politicians. You're still gonna get fucked over. You understand? Killing the dragons won't solve the problem. Another bloody cough sounds like he's struggling against a collapsed lung. Whole world is going to shit. We're on a runaway train to hell and someone has to make it jump the tracks. Making the train jump the tracks or having the train go to hell is just gonna have the same outcome, Audron. Everyone on the train dies. You're not making a difference. You're just doing the same thing, but you're accomplishing the same outcome but in a different way. Right? You are fucking up the world in order to prevent someone else from fucking up the world. That's not an answer. He tries to speak, but the only thing that pours from his mouth is blood, a wet whisper devoid of meaning. He lets out a final barking cough, a fine red mist sprays from his mouth and nostrils. His eyes go wide and he struggles for breath, it doesn't come. The macabre wreck of his armored chest heaves once, twice, then goes still. He's dead. Alright. New objective, optional. Free the Firewing. How do I free the Firewing? Open door. So we have to go through the door and then we decide whether we free the Firewing. Alright, save. Dragon Chamber Operations Control. Sequence Operations Control Transfer Audron A1. Panacea has been taken offline via external override. Infusion process aborted. Dragon is not infectious. Lower the Astral Entity Containment Cell to the chamber. Transfer Feuerschwinge control to Apex. Unlock the chamber's exit door. Walk away. Alright, I'm gonna free the Firewing. Astral Entity Containment Cell has been lowered. Walk away. Can we talk? Oh, there she is. Containment console. The gaunt woman stares wide-eyed as you approach. She presses one hand to the wall of her glass prison, closes her eyes and mouths one word, please. The console next to the containment cell appears to control a variety of functions related to the cell's operation, including its life support systems. Next to it is a small intercom button. Activate the intercom to speak to Feuerschwinge. A green light activates inside the containment cell and the gaunt woman flinches up at it, startled. Then understanding appears on her face and she begins to speak, her eyes flashing from her dragon body then back to you again and again. Close now, so close. The human has done what has been done. The longest flight nears its end. She is so close, so very close now. She stops suddenly, her eyes taking the devices surrounding and invading the dragon's body, the tubes of viscous yellow fluid running into it, the monitors flashing their status. Recognition and horror explode onto her face and she screams a long, mournful wail. Vauclair, no, no. Defiled, I am defiled. You'll be fine. Her face contorts in a mask of fury and her mouth opens wide, wider than it should be possible. Her neck cranes forward and her head swings from side to side as she hisses her rage. She slathers, her spittle hitting the glass between you as she speaks. Despoiler, pissant, vermin, pig, dog, he dares touch my sacred me. You gonna be alright there, lady? Dragon? Lady Dragon? Are you gonna be alright? She'll rend him, flay him, burn. Ash, nothing left but ash. He's already dead. He's already dead. She stands there, panting for a moment, spent, then her eyes narrow, focus, eyes over. It'll be slow, Vauclair. I will make it slow, delicious. Vauclair is dead, Feuerschwinge. Vauclair is dead, Feuerschwinge. The gaunt woman breathes a ragged breath, releases it slowly. When she speaks again, her voice is flat. Will you release me now, human? Make me whole again. Whole. Maybe. But you need to ask her some questions first. Okay, now we get to ask her. You dare? Yes, I dare. I have you in a box. Maybe if you weren't in a box, I wouldn't dare. But you're in a box, alright? No, ask. Ask your questions, little human, so I may escape this cage. The long sleep awaits. The long flight will finally end. Oh, she's gonna go to sleep? Why'd you do it? Why kill all those people? The gaunt woman covers her mouth with her hand, a look of horror in her eyes. You did do it, right? You burned thousands of people to death. She glares at you over her hand, nods her head yes. Or so. Burned and burned, yes. And? Also cold. I woke to the cold, the grey. Where is the green, human? Where is the green? Oh, wasn't she like the first one to awake? She probably awoke early? What is it? What is the green? The mother lost. What have they done, little human? What have they done? The mother? Actually, wait, I mean, I don't know, I'm not familiar with the Shadowrun's backstory. In the last game, didn't somebody, was it Lofweir or was it Algernon? Didn't they say the dragons woke early this cycle? So that they would have an opportunity to get a head start on their enemies? Didn't Lofweir say that? Or like Lofweir's representative, I'm pretty sure that was Lofweir. Didn't Lofweir say that the cycles, like in the 6th world, like before they woke too late and they couldn't get the upper hand, but in the 6th world the dragons woke early, right? I think that's what he said, I don't remember. How do I know you won't hurt anyone else? Swear it. Feuerschwinge will swear it. Very well, then swear it. Swear, yes swear. Swear to hurt no man, no beast, nor tree, nor crop, nor building. Feuerschwinge will fly to the long sleep until the next age of the world. For the forever task, the shelter, the shield, the shepherd. Alright, she's gonna skip the 6th world and just go straight to the 7th. The forever task. Sacred. It is sacred. The forever task. Now let me go or end me, but release me. Release. The gaunt woman begins pacing her cell up and back, up and back. Use astral perception to read Feuerschwinge's aura, which I can't do. I've heard something like this before. It was in relation to the Sumerian shepherd god Dumuzi. Nope. The forever task is to protect something important, something sacred. The gaunt woman stops her pacing and her eyes slowly rise to meet you, lucid, unblurred by time or torture or separation from her body. When she speaks, her voice is flat. I am the shelter, I am the shield, I am the shepherd. And I have failed the green. So the forever task is to protect the green. What is the green, Feuerschwinge? The dragon in the woman sways a little, swallows hard. The sacred she, the Gaia she, the desecrated body. Oh. Because humans were destroying nature, and so you were gonna kill all the humans. I mean, look, killing us didn't really help. Maybe we can talk about it. Maybe if you like took over some big corporations and then developed renewable energy technology. Instead of burning us all to death, maybe if you like took over some energy companies like Lofweir does, like took over energy companies and just like phase out fossil fuels, maybe that would have helped. Feuerschwinge, why don't you go hang out with Lofweir for a few centuries, and maybe he can teach you some tricks, right? I smelled it first long ago, on my first flight after I awoke. The stink of it choked me and I retched. Then I saw it, for as far as my eyes could see, far, far to the horizon. Human stone and metal, glass and flickering lights sprawled across the land, slicing into the sky, lording over the green, smothering the whole of the world. Yeah, no, you... Yeah. There are more ways to save nature than setting humanity on fire. There are other ways of doing this. Yes, gone, all gone. The cold has won. The world is metal. Feuerschwinge is lost. You're not lost. You said you would begin again, remember? Don't give up hope, Feuerschwinge. What is it you wish, dragon? What is it you wish, dragon? She looks at you sadly and longingly. Will you finish it, little human? Will you end Feuerschwinge? No, Feuerschwinge. A forever task requires patience and faith. The next world could be better. Engage the emergency protocol, kill her. End her life. Your long flight is over. A forever task requires patience and faith. The next world could be better. I have been ripped from my body, little human, imprisoned in this girl, imprisoned in this cage, tortured longer than the span of your entire lifetime, and I have been defiled. The green is defiled, spoiled. There is no forever for me. Forever is dead. I did not want to sleep the long sleep. I want oblivion. End me, little human. The green needs you, Feuerschwinge. You are her shelter, her shield, her shepherd. Don't abandon her. I cannot abandon that what does not exist. The green is gone, the cold is won. Wait, the green still lives. You haven't seen Amazonia, it's covered in jungle. No, the cold hasn't won. Don't forget the elves. They still tend the green. Amazonia? Her brow furrows and a head of stringy hair inclines. Jungle? I hear that a feathered serpent rules it. Her eyes widen as the memories return. Mujaji has awakened. It must be she. The forever task can continue. The green still lives, Feuerschwinge. Nothing is over, dragon. The green still lives, Feuerschwinge. She holds her head in her hands. It lives. You are Feuerschwinge. While you live, the green will live. The gaunt woman pulls herself to her full height, speaks as if to herself. While the green still lives, the task remains until the last world ends. The vessel holding the dragon lifts her face to the sky. To a sky she cannot see. Perhaps it is not too late. Sleep. Sleep would bring healing. My nest. Her fragile form trembles, but she steadies herself. When she speaks again, her voice is calm, at peace. If you release me, little human, I will sleep the long sleep. I will begin again in the next age of the world. Alright, so she's gonna sleep out the 6th world and come back in the 7th. Yet no, you shouldn't have set people on fire, Feuerschwinge. There are more ways to save the green than just killing all the humans. Alright. I'm gonna give her back her body. The gaunt woman drops to her knees, her face reflecting a series of emotions: surprise, relief, appreciation, and finally peace. Then the light exits her eyes and she falls to the floor of her tiny cell, her body limp and lifeless. For a long moment nothing happens. Then, without warning, the entire chamber fills with a blinding light. You can see nothing, all goes eerily quiet. And yet somewhere, just at the edge of your hearing, you think you can recognize the faint whispering of voices. They sound sad and far away. Just as you think you might discern the voices, there is a massive crash and the entire chamber starts to shake. Disoriented, you stagger for several moments, still blinded and trying to recover. Alright, the dragon's just gonna leave. Alright, I'm gonna bounce. And then she just goes. You steady yourself, and your senses return in time to see the faint form of the dragon disappearing in the distance. The Feuerschwinge is gone. We just released a great dragon, an insane great dragon. No, she's not insane. She's not insane, Glory. She didn't sound insane, Glory. She has a point, SDKC. What Vauclair did to the Firewing was wrong, but I don't know if that justifies setting her free. Lord knows what she's gonna do now. I'm not sure I would have made the same call. She said what she's gonna do. She's gonna sleep until the 7th world. What's done is done now. There's nothing else for us here. Let's go back to the Crowd's Bazaar. Alright. I'm fine with setting her free. I don't know why that fails the Apex task. I'm not gonna set the facility to self-destruct. I'm not gonna self-destruct the facility because the weapon to use against the dragons is still here. The Firewing is gone, but the virus is still here. So I don't understand why that fails Apex's task, because Apex... Okay, we didn't give Apex the dragon, but Apex doesn't need the dragon. Apex only needs the virus. The virus gives Apex a weapon to use against dragons at some point. If it needs to. So I don't see this as failing Apex's task, because Apex still has... So I'm not gonna blow up the facility. I'm gonna let Apex take whatever it wants from the facility. Weapons that can be used against dragons. And given the way Apex spoke, he said it was a... like he wasn't gonna use it, he was gonna keep it in case he needs it. Is how I read what he said. Although I don't know. We don't get a chance to talk to Apex again. Alright, we're out.